Hi, everybody. Sam here. I am so excited to be here with my new friend, Daniela, today. We've been talking before I hit record, and you are in for a treat. If you are new here, we are so glad you found us. If you have been here for a while and you're coming back for more, we're glad you came back for more. I want to remind you that you can create a life and a business you love one choice at a time. And possibly Daniela is going to share something today that could help you take the next step forward on that journey. So Daniela, I would love for you to open by sharing just a little bit of what I like to call your superhero origin story.
Okay. Hi, everyone. First of all, thanks, Sam, for inviting me to this micro interview. And like you said, I'm just talking to you before you hit record. And it's been amazing to see how the things we do are aligned in somehow. And about my superhero kind of thing, I am a very creative person and I love writing. And I'm also a rapid transformational therapy practitioner. And I've always loved to teach about writing and journaling and how we can create, in a way, the reality we want to live. And I believe that storytelling, and especially the ones we write ourselves, are completely amazing to help heal our hearts. And thinking about that, I thought that using the creative and expressive writing would be a way to help women entrepreneurs to get unstuck from, or like you said, to follow through and to hold on to what they have in their business. Because it takes a lot of reflecting, a lot of getting to know ourselves and what we believe and our values, and also what we can establish as boundaries, because the theme here is boundaries mostly, isn't it? And I think that when our thoughts are all like in our head, it's really hard to understand what's going on. And that's where the writing comes through. And what I realized is with the rapid transformational therapy is that it can work on your subconscious to help you until the layers of what makes you stuck. And like I was saying to you, you can buy all the courses you want, follow all the gurus you think they're brilliant, and try every way. Is inside of you is not ready for you to let go of things, for you to pursue things. These courses are all going to end up unfinished, or you're going to just spend money with things that you're not going to use, or you're going to use, but you're not going to have the results. So I think that what I propose is that I create spaces where women can feel at home, and aligning the rapid transformational therapy and creative and expressive writing is a place that they feel inspired, supported, and empowered in a way that is actually aligned with their true selves. And I think that this is my work with writing, with mentoring and coaching, and guiding the women that I work with to find their own voice so they
That is
can
so good.
be seen and being heard in their life in general and also in their businesses, and create the life and the business they want to have.
Yeah, that's so good. We are so much in alignment because it's so
Yeah.
important. You mentioned knowing who you are. That's a big part of what I teach because you can't do anything until you know who you are. And then to
Mhm.
be able to be seen and heard. And that's so powerful. So I'm so really glad that we have gotten connected. So just share, you've already shared some tips while you were weaving that through, but you had one tip, thought, or piece of advice that you think might be able to help somebody either listening or watching in their life, business. It can be whatever you want. I'd love for you to share.
Yeah, I think that the biggest tip I can give is that sometimes we people that have who have businesses, we are so worried about how we can make the money, how we can connect with people. And we have so many ideas of things that we want to make work, but they are all scrambled in our heads. And that's where the writing comes in. So whenever you feel overwhelmed, because we will feel overwhelmed at one point or another, just get the most beautiful notebook you have and write down your thoughts. What is it that is keeping you up at night? What things do you want to develop? What the old you would say about it? What the young you would say about it? And if you were someone completely different than yourself, what advice would you give yourself? And by writing things down, you can start to gain clarity about things you can do. So that's my biggest
Yeah,
tip.
that's so
Writing
good.
is
My
perfect.
my mom has told me for years and years, write it down to make it real. And
Mhm.
imagine my surprise when I found out she does not journal.
Mhm.
Make that one make sense, mama. And so I'm a big fan of writing it down. And one of the processes that I do, because overwhelm is a thing and it's not just for everybody else, sometimes it's for us too.
Yeah.
I do the brain dump that you're just talking about, get it all down. And then I divide it into two lists, the things I can control and the things I cannot control. The things I can't
Yeah.
control, I just say a prayer over, release them, and get them out of my brain. Then I look at the things that I can control and I pick one to take an action on in that moment.
Yeah.
And so the brain dump and writing it down, there's so much power. And I know some people ask, can I type instead? Yes, you can, but writing, there's a cognitive thing that happens in your brain when you use pen to paper that just makes it different. And so, yeah, I really support the idea of writing it
Yeah.
down to make it real. So
And
Daniela,
some
we could
people can
probably,
say, oh, sorry. And some people may say, oh, but I'm not good at writing or anything. And all I have to say to these people is just open a notebook and just start once upon a time and write about yourself in the third person and write about an ideal character that has
Mhm.
everything you want and write how she feels about it and how she got to that point. And then you can use that as markers to follow. And this is
Mm,
magical. It's truly
yeah,
magical.
it is. And it's not with an expectation. It's just with what in your mind's eye of what you would want to be true about the person. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really good. And it's not setting a goal, it's not setting a date, it's just putting it in your awareness, even in your subconscious, some is
Yeah.
saying this is who I want to be. Yeah,
And you're creating a story, no pressure.
no pressure. I love that. That is
Yeah.
so good. I am so glad that you have joined us. You're in the community. And so I will make sure that wherever the people are watching or listening, they'll be able to click through to your information to learn more about you. The ladies, if you're watching this and you're in the community, you can reach out to Daniela on chat or comment on this whenever I post it. And I would love to hear if y'all get connected. So, Daniela, do you have any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Just don't be afraid of writing what you truly want. Write as if no one else will ever read it,
Yeah.
because we don't usually say things because we are afraid of what people will understand and will think. But when you're writing in a journal, for example, it's yours to keep. So don't censor yourself.
Yeah, just write it down, no filter.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that. Thank you so much. I will see you soon.
Okay. Thank you for having me. So bye.